Yes, okay. If you're sure. Right. Bye.
Norris still mithering about having to carry the coffin with his ankle.
Claims his sciatica has flared up now. Why Blanche specified him, I don't know.
Well, it was one of the little pleasures of her life, wasn't it, winding Norris up? I suppose she just wanted to have one last go. I'm fine. I'm fine, Nichols. I just can't seem to get my head around the fact that she's gone. Not sitting in that chair, face like a smack backside, slagging off my shepherd's pie. Or standing in the bar at the Rovers, making inappropriate remarks about people's sex lives. I just feel like I've lost my bearings.
I know.
Of course you do.
You want me to ring the prison again? See if there's any news on Tracy?
Oh, would you, love? I'm burying my mother today. I'd like to have my daughter with me. Imagine what she'd say if she walked in here and saw me now. You've got a funeral to go to and you're sitting there in your dressing gown smoking like a clapped-out German hooker.
Why German?
I don't know. I'm not good with words like she was. Anyway, I better get on. There's lots to do.
Everything's done, love. Just take today at your own pace. And remember, you're not on your own. Everyone you love will be there.
Not everyone.
I'll clean your shoes, and then we can show Leanne how smart you look, okay? First his mum, then that flaming rabbit, and now Blanche. I mean, you tell me, Leo, how is he going to cope with all that, eh?
Peter, he's going to be fine.
Will he? We don't know how all this is going to affect him as he grows up. Most people don't have to experience this kind of stuff until they're what? I mean, what? 30? 40?
Yeah, and some kids lose their whole families before they're in long trousers. Look, life's just a big lottery. He's still got an awful lot of people that love him.
I'm scared for him, that's all. You know how fond he was of Blanche. I mean, he must think that everybody he loves is just gonna drop down dead any minute.
Or you could say he was lucky to have ever known Blanche at all. I mean, I never knew my great-grandparents.
All right. Life's a lottery and Blanche is a bonus ball, is that it? I'll let him know that when we chuck in earth on a coffin.
Listen, I'm going to make you a promise. That little lad in there, he's going to grow up happy and strong and loved. Because you and me are going to make sure he does, okay?
How do you know we're up to it?
Well, she thought we were. She thought we were doing a great job for an alcoholic and an ex-prostitute.
I still can't believe you're taking her to a funeral.
We've got to be honest with her, that's all.
You don't tell them about death when they're this little. I was that age when my grandma died. My dad sat me down, said she'd moved house and he'd lost a new address.
Well, do you never wonder why you never saw her again?
I thought she was living quite happily somewhere in Wolverhampton till I was 23. Saved me a lot of grieving, that.
going to meet my new brother or sister?
No, love.
But you know what? The lady who's helping us find you a new brother or sister said it might not be too long now.
But that's not for definite, yeah, is it, Daddy?
Well, maybe not definite, but between me and you, kiddo, I reckon we'll be getting a new member of the MacDonald family very soon.
But I'm called Barlow.
Can't remember the last time we shut on a weekday.
We haven't got a choice, Roy. We've no staff.
Still, perhaps
We're
we could...
closing for the day, Roy. Move on.
Hiya. You've not seen Trevor this morning, have you?
No, we're closed for the day.
All right. Dirty stop out. Oh, it's lovely, that. Mind you, it wouldn't seem right opening today, would it?
Well, actually,
No, Janice, it wouldn't.
I don't believe you. It's a bag for life. I only bought it Thursday.
So now I'm responsible for... Could have been a bit more enthusiastic, that's all.
I would love her to be a MacDonald, of course I would. I just can't believe you promised her like that.
Well, I wanted to take her mind off. Blanche?
Oh, you did that all right. She's been practising writing Amy MacDonald for an hour. You know, there's no way Tracy will agree to that.
I thought nobody could stand me, Mum.
You know better than that, love. She'll be deeply missed.
Lovely wreath.
Yeah. Mum would have been half the price, but her instructions were very clear.
Are you right, then, what?
Not really.
We'll do her proud, eh?
Calm down, Steady. Got to be sensible today.
Quit the fags, aren't we, Daddy?
Sorry?
It's not a bad idea, that.
Oh, well, you know, one vice at a time.
Oh, well, don't worry about Nan Elizabeth. She can just smoke herself to death.
Is he here?
The notorious 1 o'clock club.
Yeah, well, my mother was like their spiritual leader, wasn't she?
Mate?
Archie, lovely day for it. Did you get the message from Arnold?
Yes, it would have been a long flight over for him.
Well, it's not that so much. Any higher than a second-floor balcony, and he's concerned his pacemaker will explode. Oh, a bit of a problem, Bryony from Knit and Natter. She was supposed to be playing in the coffin on the recorder. But while we were on the minibus, I mean, Mrs. Hasid is a very, very patient driver normally, but 45 minutes non-stop of mourning as broken is enough to try anyone's patience, especially during rush hour traffic.
Don't worry, love. We've got the CD with all the songs she wanted.
Oh, well, thanks.
How heavy do you think it is?
She's a frail and elderly woman, and there's 6 of us. I'm sure we can manage.
Frail Blanche? That's not a word I ever associated with her.
You got a good tongue thrashing off her, you didn't forget about it in a hurry.
Oh, yeah.
True. You know, I'd rather go 10 rounds with Ricky Hatton.
I found her a difficult, unpleasant woman on the whole, often unnecessarily cruel.
Thank God you're not in charge of the eulogy, Roy.
All set, Blanche?
Yeah.
Rita? Audrey? Deirdre, love. Do you know, I couldn't have got through Alfie's funeral without a Valium, so I bought one for you just in case.
Thanks, love. But I need me wits about me, just to make sure everything goes the way she wanted it to.
Is that Tracy?
I can't believe she's gone.
Oh, yeah, you say something about a Valium.
Accentuate the positive. Blanche, somebody taking the mic?
Apparently she chose all the music herself.
Well, she's certainly cheerier dead than she ever was alive. I think it's lovely that you and Roy have closed the cafe as a mark of respect.
Right.
And here's me thinking it's going to be a dreary do.
Just don't kick off, eh? I'm going to kick off. Why would I kick off with you? Amy?
We'll see after you. It's all a bit much for us.
Tracy!
We weren't sure you'd be here.
Tracy, who's your mate?
Who's yours?
Just ignore her. Come on, let's sit down.
This is Simon, by the way.
Hi, Simon.
Auntie Tracy.
Why is my mummy here?
'Cause she loved your Nana Blanche too, didn't she?
If you'll all stand, please. We'll start with our first hymn, Guide Me, O Thou Great Redeemer.
The only thing my mother didn't organise about her funeral was this speech. And she wasn't really the sentimental type. In my day, something bad happened. You stayed home, got drunk, and bit on a shoe. She would have been made up to see everybody here like this. The community out in force. Someone even mentioned that our local cafe had closed today as a mark of respect.
Not a word, Roy.
She lived for her family, my mum. 4 generations of us lot. There's not many families can say that, she used to say when we were together. Only 3 generations now. I know it seems daft, but I'm 54. And I feel like an orphan. We've had our ups and downs as a family. More than our fair share, actually. And I honestly don't know how I would have got through the worst times. How me and Ken and Tracy and Peter would have coped without that mean-spirited old witch in the corner. Telling us to stop blubbering, pull our socks up, and our fingers out. Yeah, she was good with words. And people have used a few to describe her to me over the last few days. Unique, fearless, honest. I think actually they were being polite there. I think brutal might have been nearer the mark. Anyway, she always used to say that people giving eulogies always prattled on too long, and they'd be better off picking a few words to sum up the deceased, clear off, and let the mourners get to the buffet. But how do you choose just a couple of words to describe this one, hey? Me and Ken tried for ages to come up with them. And we never really did hit on the right ones. But there are only two words that I'll think of when I remember it. Two words that sum up her love, her support, and her protection, her loyalty, and her strength. My mother.
I'm going to wait for Amy.
All right, love.
That were a wonderful eulogy, Deirdre. She'd have been so proud.
I'm still shaking. Thanks for everything, Archie.
I were very fond of her.
And she was of you, you know that. You are going to come to the Rovers and raise a glass with us later.
She'd never forgive me if I didn't. She'll be greatly missed.
Oh, I need a fag.
Audrey! Heard about Gail.
Did you?
If there's anything I can do...
You can keep away from her. She'll be out very soon. I don't want your poison anywhere near.
She's got your number. Oh, shut up. Amy! Hiya!
Must be weird for her, you know. Being out here after all them years inside.
Yeah, well, let's just keep her sweet, eh? It is so good to see you. Don't you look pretty?
Becky did my hair.
Did she? So what's new with you, Scooby-Doo?
That's not my name.
It's like Dawn said, she's going to want to interview about the adoption, so she's best behaviour, right?
As always.
Oi! You trying to take my daughter away from me? Change your name to MacDonald, rub her out of my life. I thought you knew me better than that.
All right, love, calm down. I know you're upset.
Oh, you'll know when I'm upset.
No, Becky! Not here!
MacDonald? I don't think so. Why would I want to be constantly reminded of my greatest lapse of taste?
A name change might make life easier, that's all. It's an idea we're kicking round.
Oh, I'll kick it all right. Straight into Flaming Touch. Amy is my kid. A Barlow, and that is how she's stopping.
So Steve didn't get a say?
He had his chance, Liz. He turned his back.
I turned me back. I'm not the daddy of D-Wing.
Oh, in a dream.
Look, this is neither the time nor the place for this conversation.
Oh, fair enough. I'll pop by later, shall I? We can discuss it over a brew.
Come on, look.
Take your hands off her!
She's upset, or haven't you noticed?
You are not taking my daughter away from me. Not now! Not ever!
Steve's right, love. You took yourself away. And from what I've just seen, it's best thing you ever did for Amy. That's it, lady. We're leaving.
No, because I haven't said goodbye to her.
Come on, you don't want to miss your dinner.
No! You and your smackhead missus want to play happy families. Knock out a few kids of your own. You are never going to be the mother of Amy. Do you hear me, you smackhead?
Tracy, calm down, love.
Hey, come on, there's no need to be so heavy-handed with her, is there?
Ma'am, they're trying to take Amy away from me. Promise me you'll stop them. Promise me.
I'm gonna head off back to the pub now. Just give Betty a hand with the buffet. Hey, don't you worry on my account if you can't empty the tank today.
It's almost 33 years to the day. Tracy's baptism. Ray had a face like thunder because he didn't want to be here. Ken was godfather because I wanted somebody reliable. And there was my mother. Annie Walker was head to toe in shocking pink. My mother thought she was trying to upstage her. Said she looked like Barbara Cartland with a slow puncture. But she was so proud that day. So was I.
Here. Don't worry. It was a present. I haven't got a problem. But sometimes...
Sometimes.
You know, Steve isn't trying to take Amy away. He's taken her every visiting day, good as gold. And the name thing...
It's not about the name thing. It's the separation. And that's not down to Steve. She misses her daughter, and it's killing her. Just like it's killing me.
Oh, love.
Will Nana Blanche see my mum in heaven?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, do you know what? I bet that she's showing her around the place right now.
Is it big? Bigger than Old Trafford?
Oh, it's much bigger than Old Trafford. And everybody gets a good seat, don't they?
George sent a wreath.
Did he?
Yeah, he put some nice
Yeah, I
ones
don't
on.
really care, Lee. That bloke died to me months ago, and I didn't send any flowers.
Somewhere to be?
Ah, no. Just left Sophie Webster in charge of the shop.
She'll be fine.
Well, I've got Graham looking after mine. Be more relaxed if it were half ready.
We have entrusted our sister Blanche to God's mercy, and we now commit her body to the ground. In sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life through our Lord Jesus Christ, who will transform our frail bodies, that they may be conformed to his glorious body, who died, was buried, and rose again for us. To him be glory forever. Amen.
Amen.
Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
I know. My mother always said that folk flinging dirt at her was one mark of respect she could live without. Said if anybody did it, she'd move heaven, then earth, to come back and chuck it straight in her eye. But she did love Frisias. Scent always reminds me of home when I was growing up. Sleep well, Mother.
I mean, fair dues. Tracy's not a great advert for rehabilitation. But it must have been a shock.
It's only a name.
Yeah, but it's what it symbolises. She feels that Amy's slipping away as it is. This just puts all her fears into black and white.
How's Amy?
Playing with her up to daisy like no what's happened. It is really hard watching your mum kick off like that, I know. God, what is the matter with that woman?
Don't even go down that road. Not unless you've got a packed lunch and a sleeping bag.
She just turned, didn't she?
Tracy's like that dodgy sat-nav I bought off Pam. You never know where you are, but you can bet your life you don't want to be there.
But if she won't be reasoned with, babe, what are we going to do?
Don't worry, she's not going to be able to take Amy away.
No, I know, but what about the adoption?
The social aren't going to put any weight on her opinion. She's a convicted murderer.
What else happens to be the mother of your kid? Might listen. And right now, I ain't expecting a glowing testimonial, are you? Tons of forms to fill in. Dead complicated. And some of the questions are really personal, you know.
Well, it is the duty of social services to make rigorous inquiries.
Yeah, but right, one time, social worker came round, asked us if we had any preferences regarding sex. Bold as brass, I didn't know where to look.
Oh, no, I think she probably meant, would you prefer a boy or a girl?
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Thought she looked a bit surprised by my answer.
We could help you with the paperwork if you like.
Oh, would you? That'd be brilliant. Yeah, come on through.
Oh, actually, I was thinking of reopening the cafe this afternoon.
Oh, there you are. I'm starting to worry.
Well, that makes two of us. I've spoken to Tracy.
And?
The governor's had her in. He's not impressed by her behaviour.
Not the only one.
She's still in a state. I'm going to go in and see her tomorrow. And she wants us to arrange a meet with her solicitor.
What on earth for?
She wouldn't say. But judging by the way she was talking about Steve and Becky, I think it might be war.
No, I'd happily go that way. Peacefully in my sleep after a few months in the sun.
With a new fella as well. She couldn't have been happier. Oh, excuse me. I'm seeing Willow Patton. Excuse me.
Sure.
Surprised she hasn't eaten the plate.
Norris, don't be so unkind.
He's only telling it the way it is. Blanche always did. God bless her.
She never called a spade a shovel.
Honesty can be overpriced, though. She used it like a set of knuckle dusters.
Well, there's no point dressing things up at our time of life.
It's true. All the blarney in the world won't work on the Grim Reaper.
Oh, here we go. Somebody shove a pork pie in his mouth or something.
Chance would be a fine thing, wouldn't it? Look at them. Seen crows pick over roadkill with more grace. All that, and a squabble on consecrated ground, it's all very inappropriate.
Give over. A funeral, a fight, free food. Would have been Blanche's dream day out.
Go, Blanche.
Go, Blanche.
Hey, hello, love. Hello. I thought I'd pay my respects to Mrs. Hunt.
grab a stool and join us.
You can have mine, I'm going.
Oh, don't be silly, Norris. Sit down.
No, the cabin's been closed long enough, and Blanche would have been the first person to complain.
Oh.
Hey, your brew's going cold.
Yeah, I'll just finish this. How's Si?
Oh, he's conked out in front of Postman Pat.
Well, it's a lot for him to get his head around, isn't it?
What? Postman Pat?
Death. The elephant in the room.
Cheery. I was awake.
2 elephants over there. Only one of them came in a glass, you know.
And is that why you've...
Ducked out, yeah. You know, from the moment I opened my eyes this morning, all I've wanted to do is have a drink. I still do. But I can't have Blanche spinning in a grave on day one, can I?
Ta.
What for?
For trusting me. Letting me in.
If I can't trust the woman I love, there's no hope for me, is there? Come here. Marry me.
Either you're losing it or I had one hell of a dream. We have been here before, you know.
I know. I don't want to wait. I'm not going to change my mind. Are you?
Sorry, pal. You stuck with me.
Well, let's do it then. As soon as.
Oh, don't forget it. We got to
Feel better. When did you get these?
I hope you're not going to tell me what a lovely service it was.
People don't know what else to say.
My mother always did. She always seemed to find the right words to say when you were down. Just when you needed to hear it. I never saw that side of her. Wish they had.
I'm sure she's being remembered with a great deal of affection.
Is she? 3 pints in, I doubt it. Anyway, you have to know someone to remember them. I knew her. I knew her every day I was on this earth. It was always there. Sure as the moon in the sky or the ground under my feet. Now, I'm not sure of anything.
It's a pity Norris had to go. Well, surely folk could manage without the humbugs for one afternoon.
We're certainly in a hurry. Last time I saw something moving that fast, there were 6 dogs chasing it round a dog track at Bellevue.
You darling.
It's my fault. He can't bear to be near me.
I'm sure that's not the case.
No. One look at me and he left skid marks. I've been trying too hard. I've smothered him.
I've been tempted to do that many a time. So, how's death treating you these days?
Well, I'm doing all right. Recession or no, we'll always do a brisk trade. What about you?
Oh, same as your line, really. I mean, everybody still wants their hair.
No, I'm not
don't
talking business. You're looking well, Audrey.
Look, truth be told, Archie, I've not been this happy in a long, long time.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
He's so stubborn. Never mind the cabin. He should be ferrying kids up and down Blackpool Beach.
He's like me. He feels things very deeply.
Too deeply. Oh, don't worry, he'll come round eventually.
No. Despite my best intentions, every significant relationship in my life has turned sour. I don't blame him. It's me. It's something about Mary.
OK, everybody, can I have a bit of hush, please?
Thank you, Liz. Thank you. Thank you. All right, well, Thank you, everybody, for being here. Blanche always judged the quality of a send-off by bums on pews, as she would put it. So thank you very much for being here. And thank you also for the wonderful flowers and the kind words that accompanied them. Now, I apologise if my tribute isn't as eloquent. I did consider writing something down, but Blanche was no fan of my prose, and I could always rely on her to tell me the truth without varnish. But that frequently brutal candour wasn't just unkindness for unkindness' sake. She usually had your best interests at heart, even if her waspish wit meant it didn't quite appear like that. Because she was capable of enormous compassion, and she was fiercely loyal. And, in her own way, a loving mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother who will leave a huge hole in our family. Because, while I've oft lamented the lack of peace and quiet in the home, the truth is, I shall miss Blanche. And all the cantankerous commotion that came with her. I shall miss her tall stories, her foibles. Oh, and that fearless honesty that kept me, Deirdre, and I'm sure most of you, firmly on our toes. Yeah. So please, join me in raising a glass to someone who was a truly unique and irreplaceable presence in our life. To Blanche.
To Blanche.
To Blanche.
Bet she's changed since then.
Way too much.
And they grow up quick.
It's naught to do with that. I've got to get out of here. She needs me.
You think?
I know. I'm the only mother she'll ever have. I'm no good to her stuck in here.
You should have thought of that before you gave your boyfriend's skull a centre parting.
I did what I had to do. And I will again.
Maternal instinct ain't going to make these walls disappear, darling. Or the bars, or the wire. Or your life sentence.
Oh yeah, that's right. Have a good chuckle. But I will get out of here. Sooner than you think.